with us now. I'm sure they're just as excited to try to get back to normal as well. Let's bring in Robert Jamerson and Maria Franklin. They're with the Detroit Police Athletic League. Great having you both with us.
Yes, we're truly excited. How are you?
We're good. Robert, why don't we go ahead and start with you? How are things going there at the corner? So it's still called the corner, right?
Yes, it's the Corner Ballpark presented by Adient, and many still know it as historical Tiger Stadium. All right, and so we are thrilled. I mean, we're getting as close to normal as we can. We're starting to see the kids come out. We've already been doing some programming. Thanks to Maria over here, and we're just excited right now just because I think we can see the light, at the end of the tunnel now.
I will say, Robert, you guys have done an amazing job. For anyone who hasn't been by there, the ballpark looks incredible, and I know that part of it was planned to be used for a lot of special events. Are you able to book anything right now?
Yeah, so, everything is safety first, right? But I couldn't think of a safer place than being outside with over 190,000 square feet of field space, including concourse space. So we just opened it up to where we're going to be hosting more graduations this year, just because of being able to use that space. And in our indoor space, we have really started booking some events. The corporate events are a little slower. We believe they'll pick up in September sometime. But some of the more intimate events, family gatherings are already occurring, and just people are enjoying the facility like we'd hoped it would occur.
So, Maria, of course, the focus of the Detroit Police Athletic League is all about the kids. Are you going to be able to have any summer camps this year?
Yes, actually, we are planning our summer camp for the week of July 13th through the second week of August. We're excited about that. Last summer, it was amazing. We have parents that were signed up already for this summer. We're going to connect the kids to biodegradable baseballs, doing science and STEM. We're going to be able to take them abroad, traveling to places like Africa virtually. And we have lots of fun activities in store for our kids during the summer camp.
Maria Franklin is the Director of Youth Enrichment for the Detroit Police Athletic League. And Maria, how do you come up with some of these programs?
We come up with them together as a team, sit around and we say, what is it that we can offer in a safe way, that we can do in a socially distanced way, but that we know the kids are going to enjoy. We think about the needs in the community. We just finished a girls empowerment series, and we looked at what can we do to empower our girls as part of our Girls Changing the Game initiative, which is one of our strategic focuses right now, to uplift, encourage, build confidence in girls, and help them to be the leaders that we know they are.
Go girls!
Sure, I know. I'm laughing. You asked that question. I'm like, how do you come up with these things? But they really, what she does that I love is she puts her heart into it. She thinks about her kids, her family. She thinks about everybody else's kids and their families as well, and she puts the same love and care no matter who she's trying to serve. And so we're truly thankful for Maria and the work that she does for us, for sure.
So Maria, I would imagine that this summer is going to be extremely busy, especially after all the remote learning. Parents are going to get outside.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The parents are excited and thrilled anytime they can get their kids into a safe, fun space, and that's exactly what Detroit P.A.L offers. Our kids love the opportunity to be able to be outside and play on our field and run freely. There's really no better place for them, and we're going to do lots of that, from baseball to softball with our girls and boys, soccer, and in addition to all of our youth enrichment programming.
What a cool place to get to play ball. Hey, Robert, if I can ask you, because one thing the governor did ask today, she wants to do a 2-week pause on youth sports due to the surge right now. When you see the numbers continuing to go up and up and up here in the state of Michigan, the COVID numbers, what thoughts are going through your mind to try to make sure all of the players and the participants are safe there?
Yeah, the first thing we think about is safety. You're talking about a news flash before her address. A lot of times we're privy to some of the things that they're considering because who better to watch the numbers than people that are going to be responsible for helping to ensure that there's a safe environment for the kids and the families. So we already have some contingency plans in place. We made the adjustment to ensure that a lot of the teams and the youth that are participating in our programs are getting tested. And now this delay, how we put that in place is really going to be thinking in terms of safety first, but also things that are practical. Sometimes being a grassroots organization like ours, we have to anticipate some of the things that the governor and others may not think about logistically that can be challenging. Right? And so that's why when we think about every change that occurs, anything that we do, sometimes there is a time component, sometimes there is a capacity component, and many times there's a dollar component to being able to make sometimes simple adjustments to be able to ensure that the kids have fun places to play, but places they can develop as well.
So with that, too, how is it looking? How are you going to do the testing? Because I worry about some of these kids, like how many tests can you get in a month and your nose isn't sore?
Yeah, it's amazing the sacrifices that people are doing to enjoy the things that they enjoy doing, right? You know, we would say the same thing about people that are traveling right now, right? Or people that are going back to their work environments, you know, but we've been watching the major league teams do this testing and be able to get through successful tournaments and league play. And similar to us, we're setting up and partnering with people that have the capability to be doing some of those testings. Imagine we have to, you know, remove some of the barriers that some of our participants have with transportation and things like that in order to make sure that they can get to the testing site before those times. So we're thinking of all ways, you know, a lot of ways that can help remove some of those barriers and make it more practical, but also so we can get our kids out and enjoying the play in a safe way.
Yeah, but I think so many kids right now after this year, they need to get outside and play and be kids again. It's been such a stressful year for them. You know, with the remote learning, I have a hard time. You know, I was taking a Photoshop class, and you realize you almost need 2 computers, right? One to watch the lesson and one to actually, you know, try to follow along. So these kids have really had a tough year. And with that, Robert, tell us, what are some of when do the programs start, the camps start?
Yeah, so we have some programs right now that you can register for. So we have our Tiny Tigers. Those are our, you know, 6 to 8 year olds who will be out on the field soon, starting in June 12th, where they'll go out and they'll learn how to become the next professional baseball player, right? And then we always try to tie in some type of youth enrichment program just based off of Maria's vision for adding an educational component to that. We also have just regular summer baseball, and that's for our older kids. And then we have continued youth enrichment program that goes throughout.
Yeah, so we have our app design and entrepreneurship program that's starting actually this month.
Wow, yeah.
That's on the 27th of this month. And our kids are going to do that in person, socially distanced, and spread out, and we piloted before and it went really well, so we're excited about that.
Yep.
But that's
Big
a partnership
partner.
with Apple and MSU. So we have our great partners working with Sarah Gretter and Amanya Dobb over at MSU has been really, really great. So we're excited to bring that program to P.A.L Youth, and its registration is open for that right now.
So we're talking with Maria Franklin, Director of Youth Enrichment, and Robert Jamerson, the CEO for the Detroit Police Athletic League. And Maria, how can people sign up for some of these programs?
So they just go to DetroitPal.org. They can go and register for all of the programs that are available.
Robert, we do know that funding has been so tough for so many organizations over the past year. How is your budget looking right now?
The budget is interesting to say the least, right? And so we definitely need people that understand the importance of having a mentor speak into their lives, understand the importance of grassroots organizations that help to address some of the systemic challenges that we face, including police relations, which is a pivotal and integral part of what we do here with the Detroit Police Department. We need your support. Every day, every dollar counts. So if you go to DetroitPal.org and go to donate today, you'll have an opportunity to be able to give. We have a concept around membership, right? Everybody understands the importance of being a member. What that means is having access to the information so you can get it out to your family members, but also it talks about this accountability of being a member and being the change that you want to see, right? So for $30 annually, it's about 5 cups of coffee. You can be the change you want to see to be able to enhance the programs and ensure that the next kid that's coming up has an opportunity to find their greatness.
Yeah, and we really are all in this together. How important is it right now to have those police relationships with the community?
It is vital when you start thinking about at higher levels. A lot of times it's hard for them to logistically think about the plan to be able to truly address police relations in a sustainable way. There's a community policing part that is something that P.A.L's been not just piloting, but been doing successfully for over 50 years. Right now, we're working on a program that reaches beyond some of the city limits of Detroit through our football and cheer program. In partnership with the Michigan Youth Football League, we now reach into Southfield, Pontiac, Warren, Ecorse, including the 6 or 7 teams that are in Detroit. So now we get to use the Detroit Police Department as a benchmark for how we can train, orientate, and include officers across other cities to go beyond the unconscious bias or some of the orientations that they may have and really enrich and ingrain themselves in the community, right? So we're truly excited about being able to now share some of those benchmarking best practices and do it in a sustainable way to really be the change we want to see with police relations and community engagement.
I love that you're expanding it beyond Detroit, because even though, we're not separated by 8 Mile, we are all in this together.
Absolutely, absolutely. What many people don't know is that because P.A.L is generational, just think 50 years being around, you have people that no matter where they move, they still want to go back and play for the coach that they played for before, or be a part of the organization that they participated with before, or just be a part of P.A.L. So we reach up into Flint, we go into other areas in the state, and we do it in a way where we don't a lot of times have to advertise because people come to us as being a trusted source.
Well, that's so great. Robert Jamerson and Maria Franklin with the Detroit Police Athletic League. We thank both of you for your time today.
Absolutely. Thank you as well.